Hi everyone, hello, my name's Lauren, or Loz, teacher Loz. I'm one of the PalFish teachers and I teach for the official kids classes. So I'd like today to talk a little bit about things that can help you to keep the kids interested. So things, because obviously they're different ages, so you sometimes have kids of a very young age, so usually between 4 to 10. So it's good to try and keep their attention sometimes by using visual things to keep them interested. So behind me you can see this is kind of how I like to kit out my classroom. So I like to have my name, so my name on PalFish is Teacher Loz. So that just gives them a reference in case they forget your name, or in case they want to remember from class to class who you are, who they're talking to. So it just gives them a base and a visual. Also I like to use the PalFish theme, obviously. So I have my fish, my little underwater theme going on. So that kind of keeps in the theme of PalFish and also keeps them interested. And because we often use things like the ABC song in our classes. So it's good, I find it good to have a reference to the ABC. So this is a little something I made. So you can make things to just, personalize your classroom really. So that's a really good way to keep their interest and to keep them visually so they remember you as a teacher. So every time they come back to the classroom, they remember Teacher Loz and they remember the background, so they know who they're talking to. Also, I like to use props in my classes. I think they're a very good way to keep the students' attention. Now it depends on the different ages, so you have to kind of gauge it for, if you're talking to a 10-year-old, they might not need the ears. They might be a little bit older, so they might, you don't want to patronize, so you need to kind of tailor it to the age group. This is great for the younger ones. They love to have something that just makes teacher look a little bit silly. So you can say moo when we're doing all the animal noises, which we do lots of. These are quite good. So you can use them. They're a good visual aid to keep the kids' attention. And they like it because teacher looks daft. So that's really good. Also I like to use props, animals in the class. So, for instance, this little fellow is Barney. So, hello Barney, how are you today? Ah, it's really good. So Barney says he's very pleased to meet everybody. So Barney's really great because he's another visual aid, so we can use him to keep the kids' attention. He's actually really good for say if a kid is distracted or just not concentrating or tired, he's good to get their attention back. So sometimes they might not listen to the teacher as much as they listen to Barney. So he can say, oh, really? Barney says, if you say this word, you will get a star. So you can use him to get your students to do the things that you want them to do. So he's really good at that. So he's my co-pilot here. So he's great. But again, you don't need to use him for every age. So some of the older ones, you don't need Barney. They'll be happy with the visual that they have behind. Also, I have some other props. Cinderella, the fish, and also this is Philip the cat. Now they've been with me a long time, as you can probably see, but some of my students, they know them, so they have the familiarity of seeing the same ones. So I would say don't always use the same props either, because that can get quite old quite quickly. So you can vary it, and also I would say don't use all of them at once, because that can be overkill. So you can vary it for your students. Some of them prefer Cinderella, we do the fish noises, and some of them prefer Barney. Also, when we're doing the ABC song, I find it quite handy to have a card so I can point out the letters. So we can do the ABC song all together, A, B, C, D, etc. So it's quite a good visual aid to show the younger ones. So yes, that's kind of how I would conduct my classes, and I would say just keep smiling, do silly faces, because they love that, you know, and it's an easy way to keep their attention. Silly faces, silly noises, silly teacher, I think is my mantra, and that's kind of how I would say is a good way to teach a kids class. So I hope you found that helpful. Barney's gonna come back. So Barney, what do you want to say to everybody? Oh, good luck. We hope you will join us as a PalFish teacher. Ruff, ruff, ruff. So Barney, yes, Barney would love for everyone to join as a PalFish teacher. I love it. I think it's amazing, and I really enjoy teaching the kids. So yeah, I would like to say thank you very much for watching my video, and I will see you soon. Bye.